All right, ladies and gentlemen, so this is our actual fifth and final step. The fourth step was supposed to be the last one, but I accidentally stopped recording instead of pause recording. And rather than do the whole thing over, I'm just splitting it in two. So step number 5 is our last and final step, where you will be sharing your website with your teacher. So you are all done. Everything about this is complete. You have all of your reflection paragraph finished. You've uploaded all of your artifacts. Sorry, wrong page. And now you are ready to share. So if your screen is not split the way that mine is, where you are watching this tutorial while having your digital portfolio open, then you can go ahead and do that. Now, before you, go ahead and pause the tutorial and set up your screen the way that you see mine here, and then we'll come back together and we'll add some finishing touches and then share it with our teacher. All right, so we are 100% ready to go. Our screen is split and we want to get this thing going. Now, one thing that we can do to kind of add our own flair is we can do things like change the section background. Now, I know that our school colors are black and red, so maybe what I want to do is sort of, if we want to do any of this stuff, like that's just going to highlight it in the background. I'm not really a big fan of blue, so maybe we can change the color to black, just like that. So I went to themes and I changed the color. So if I want to go black and red to make it closer to our Wolverine color scheme, then I'm going to select the little palette here. And then if I want to change it to emphasis 2, that will change the whole color. And the problem is, I think if I do this, it's going to change it on both. So I'm going to stick with doing it black. So I'm going to change every other one. I guess I won't be able to change them to black and red, but black and white is better than nothing, right? So I'm just going to make this little change. Okay, so now it kind of makes it stand out a little bit. If you don't want to make that change, you don't have to. If you want to change anything about the fonts or the colors of your text, you can do that as well. Okay, now I'm ready to finally share this with my teacher, which means I'm ready to publish it. So in the top right-hand corner, all it's been doing is saving. And every time I make a change, you'll see that it very lightly says up at the top, all changes saved in Drive. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on the word publish. And what publish means is that now it's out there for the world to see. Okay, so everybody who looks at this, so I'm going to change my permissions in just a second. Anybody who clicks on this is now going to see all the work that I've put together for this digital portfolio. So I'm going to not change anything about the web address. If I just want to take off anything because it annoys me that it says portfo, I'm going to change it to DP for digital portfolio. Everything else I'm going to keep the same. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to click on manage. Okay, and down at the bottom where it says links, I'm going to change. Okay, the draft is restricted, means only I can make changes to the draft. So I'm not going to touch that. Okay, but where it says published site, I'm going to change this to public. So now anybody can see it. The reason why this is important is because you're going to be watching this on open house, and maybe you're not going to be using your school computer or the computer you normally use for your schoolwork, or you want to show this to your family on like your phone or something like that. So changing it to public means that you don't have to be an LBUSD student to look at it. Okay, so anyone on the internet can find and open. I'm going to go ahead and click done, and it will take me to my next screen. Now, the most important thing, because we do want to make sure that not just anyone can look at it, I'm going to take this where it says search settings, and I'm going to click request public search engines to not display my site. This means if somebody were to type it in to a Google search, your website won't pop up. And that's a good thing. So anybody can view it, but they can't search for it. So that's what we want to make sure of. Okay, so I'm going to click cancel and show you that all again. So I'm ready. I'm done. Everything is finished. I'm going to click on the purple publish button in the top right hand corner. I'm going to change the web address to DP. Okay. Who can view it? I want to make sure that it is anyone can view the public site. That's all I'm changing. Draft should still be restricted. I'm going to click done. And then the search settings, I'm going to request public search engines to not display my site. So once your published site screen looks like mine, you're done with this piece. Okay, so go ahead and pause your tutorial and publish your site the way that you see mine here. Don't click the publish button yet. All right, so everything on yours looks just like mine. Anyone can view it. No one is going to find it in a search engine. So this is ready to publish. Okay, so it says at the bottom, your site has been published successfully, which means now it's live and on the internet. So anytime you make a change, you have to make sure that you publish it so that when the people come to your website, it's changed. They see the live updated version. Okay, so make sure you publish every time you make a change from this point going forward. So let's say next year you want to add on to your digital portfolio, or you're asked to add on to it. You want to make sure that you click publish when you add anything now from this point. Otherwise, they're just going to keep seeing your old site. Okay. So now what I want to do is I want to share this with people. I want them to see my work. So what I want to do is I'm going to go to, I think it's the arrow. Yes, I'm going to click on the arrow next to publish. And I'm going to click view published site. So now I can see my web page. Okay, with all of my stuff on it. And again, you can see my Google slide, and if someone hovers over it, they can open it in a bigger screen on a new tab. Same for my Codecademy. If they click on the little button in the top right hand corner, they now can see my finished document. All right. And so now what I need to do is I need to share this with my teacher. Okay. So there's two ways that you can share. I can either copy and paste this. So I can copy this web address, or if I go back to the editing page where we have the little link, that little link allows me to copy my published site link, which is the same as this one. Okay. Now, if I ever come to this screen and because it's mine, I can edit it. In the bottom right-hand corner, you'll see the little pencil. If I click on the pencil, then it's going to open up my editing page to make changes. I'll make all of my changes and then publish my site again. So going back to Canvas, I need to share this with my teacher. So in Student View, you have a button in the top right-hand corner that says Start Assignment. I'm going to click on that. Okay, and now what I need to do is I need to submit, and you'll see it says Website URLs, the first tab. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to copy my published site link. Okay. I'm going to copy the link, and then I'm going to go back to Canvas and I'm going to paste. Okay. And then here I'm going to put the name of myself. So sample student, first and last name, 2021 digital portfolio. Okay. Now you want to make sure you're sharing with them your published site, not your editing site. So again, you want to share with them this link here. Okay, if you share with them the editing site, then they'll be able to edit your work, and you don't want them to be able to do that. You just want them to see your finished product. So make sure that you click on the little link in the top menu bar here up in the middle, and then copy that link, and that's what you are pasting here. In the comment section, put your first and last name and then 2021 digital portfolio, and then submit. Okay, I have my confetti telling me I've done it correctly. Now let me show you what it looks like for me as a teacher. So for me as a teacher, if I go to SpeedGrader, here's your website. I have a little preview of your website here, which is great. I can make any comments to you that I need to make, and I can also view it. Whoops. Go back. In a new tab. Okay. So now this is done, and from here going out, as far as what's going to happen on open house, that's what your teacher will do. Your teacher is going to take it from here. All you have to do is your part in reflecting on your year of virtual learning and uploading your artifacts. Once you've done all of that, you are done with this activity.